Hey everybody, I want to go over the power of the presence of God in this video. Now, I did talk about what does it mean to be in the presence of God in a previous video, and I encourage you to go ahead and take a look at that on our YouTube channel. So today we're talking about the power of the presence of God, and we're going to look at a couple of passages of scripture that helps us to understand how to bring about the power of the presence of God in our lives. Now, I'm not talking about us controlling or regulating God, but what I'm saying is there are things that we can do that will ask God to bring his presence more powerfully into our lives. That's not a guarantee, but however, you're more than likely to have this happen if you do these things that are talked about in these passages of scripture. So here we go. First one is Psalms 145:18. The Lord is near to all who call on him, to all who call on him in truth. So that last part tells you what you need to do. Not just call on the Lord, you need to call on the Lord in truth. Calling on God activates nearness. Prayer pulls God's presence into the moment. And remember, again, I said we're not controlling or legislating anything. God chooses to do whatever he wants to do. And if he decides to come and make his presence more powerful to you when you pray, that's what he's going to do. So let's look at the next passage of scripture. James 4:8. Draw near to God and he will draw near to you. God's presence responds to invitation. When a man takes one step towards God, God takes the rest. So if you draw near to God, he's going to draw near to you. That's what he says in the scripture, in this particular passage of scripture. But remember, you cannot make God do anything. And so these are the two passages of scripture that I want you to look over a little bit more and consider how God's presence can become more powerful in your life. All right, take care. Have a good day. Until next time.